first of all, Kyle Anderson gave you a nice pass. You good?
He messed me up. I just couldn't show it on TV. I tried. I was hurt.
It showed on TV.
Did it? I was hurt. But I'm all right.
This was like a grinded out type of game, obviously. You guys got great looks in the first half, I thought. Couldn't make a lot of them. I guess, where did you see that? What point of the game did you see kind of things shift for you guys?
Well, I think, coming in, being down, 5 at halftime, and we were, 4 for 25 from 3. 5 for 25 from 3, and I thought we got a lot of great looks. And so when you come back off a road trip off the East Coast, everybody thinks the next day, but it's really like 2-3 days afterwards when you're really tired. And I knew today was going to be a tough game for us as far as just mentally. I was tired myself, and I ain't played in none of the games. And so I felt today was going to be a little tired. We had to grind through it, but our defense, tonight, wants this game. And I like the shots we generated. We had too many turnovers tonight, having 17 turnovers, but I thought we generated a lot of good shots, got a lot of open threes, and then our defense, like I said tonight, really won the game.
PG finished with his first Clippers triple-double, his Clippers tenure. What did you see from him tonight overall?
Just took what the defense gave him. I think didn't force it. Just when the team's double-teamed or when they collapsed in the paint, just made the right play all night. So we've been talking about that, just making the right play, simple play, and that's what he did all night long for us.
Yeah, this is, I think, 10 straight quarters where you guys haven't allowed more than 25 points. Nico brought up that 25-point thing earlier. Is that a gauge you're looking at? Is that something like a
it
goal?
used to be in the old game, but the new game is probably a little higher. But if you can hold teams nowadays under 25 points, that's elite defense. And so we've been doing that as of late, like you said, in those quarters, just trying to hold teams under 25 points, and we've been doing a good job. And so I like where we're at defensively. Offensively, just getting a little bit more pace, I think, in our half court with our cuts and our, running into our sets. But overall, I think we're still progressing, in the right direction on both sides of the ball.
Would you like from the pairing of Nico and Robert Covington tonight? They played pretty extensively together.
I gotta look at it, but I just think going small and be able to try to get Rudy out of the paint, and generate some threes and open looks, and two guys that can defend and rebound the basketball because they're both 6'8", 6'9", and so just trying to spread Rudy out as much as possible. I thought we did a good job of making the right plays, and we didn't make every shot, but I thought we made the right play.
See you tomorrow.
Ty, two quick things. One, you guys scored almost as many points in the fourth quarter as you did in the whole first half. I think it's 32 in the fourth, 38 in the first half. How proud of you were you of everybody in that fourth quarter of kind of finally figuring it out offensively and not giving up? Because this could have been one of those games where they kind of gave up from not making
I'm
shots.
very proud of our guys, and came in at halftime and just said, hey, listen, our defense is what we hang our hat on, and that's what we got to be every single night, a defensive-minded team. And we did that in the first half, and so I knew we would make more shots in the second half. We couldn't go 5 for 25, hopefully, in the second half, which I think we went 9 for 21, and so I knew we would shoot the ball better, and we had some of our key guys get some good looks they didn't make. And so every night we just got to be able to prepare and be ready to play defense from the start of the game.
And the other thing is Nico's a plus 30 on his birthday tonight. What's the birthday gift for him?
A win. A win, and I know he wants France to win. So, yeah, this is the first one.
But you're going for Team France now. Then.
I said he is. Yeah.
Wow.
Ty,
Mbappe.
I shouldn't even say anything. Two things real quick. Zoo, do you have an update on how he's feeling, and do you think he can go tomorrow?
I'm not sure we'll know more tomorrow.
Okay, and then just Anthony Edwards, usually he's played with force when D'Lo doesn't play, when Cat doesn't play, and just how were you able to kind of corral him and make sure he didn't really get going at any point?
We were able to blitz him early on, I think with Gobert. And then when we went small, we was able to switch and then fire, to come back and get it out of his hands. And our team did a really good job of just scrambling and rotating and just trying to get the ball out of his hands. And so we know he's a tough cover, and I think he made his first couple shots, and so we didn't want to see him catch fire and get going. And so we went to the blitz and fire pretty early, and so try to get it out of his hands.
Ty, with all the injuries and restarting over again, what will be the true indication of you guys playing to your full potential? Will it be an elite defensive night, or will it be like an offensive night where Kawhi and PG have it going and everybody else is going?
I think both. I think because we can be an elite offensive team. You know, we got a lot of three-point shooters. We got guys that can attack, get downhill. We have post threats. We have, you know, lob threats. We have everything. So just getting, you know, like I said, getting our flow and getting our rhythm back. And then defensively, you know, with Kawhi and PG, you know, Zoo, what he does at the rim, and Nico and Terry, like we have a lot of guys that can defend as well. And so on both sides of the basketball, like tonight would have been perfect if we made shots, you know. But being that defensive mindset team where we want to hold teams, you know, to under 100 if we can, which is hard nowadays. But if you do that, we should win the game.
So the perfect game would be like a combination of the San Antonio game and then offensively and defensively tonight?
Yes.
Ty, you mentioned pace. When people think of pace, they think mostly of transition, getting out and running in transition. For you, is pace more just getting into sets quicker, getting the ball up the floor quicker, just to kind of attack defenses and mismatches and such?
Yeah, I think, you know, especially when we go small and you have Rudy and you have traditional centers on the floor, we got to play fast, you know, so we can get up the floor now. He's guarding PG, he's guarding Kawhi or, you know, Reggie, and we have mismatches across the floor. Or he runs to the paint, and now Luke Kennard and Marcus Morris are getting threes. And so we have to play faster, especially when we're small. But then on the other side, half court wise, we got to get into our stuff faster, harder cuts, harder splits, you know, get into our actions faster. And so we've been working on that, but we got to get better.
Coming into tonight, Luke got 7 threes up tonight, but coming into tonight, he was only at 3.7 3-point attempts per game, which is about roughly half of where he was at last year. There's a lot of talk in the offseason about sacrifice, but is there some sense that like he isn't a guy that you want to sacrifice shots when he's shooting the way that he is right now?
Never sacrifice. Like, if he's open, he has to shoot the basketball. And so he draws a lot of attention when he's on the floor. And, you know, we don't have him on the floor to be a stopper. You know, we got him to be a shooter and space the floor and take his shots. And so when he's doing that, like I said, and making shots, we're an elite team.
Ty, we talked about the 25-point barometer or whatever. When it comes to threes allowed, because Boston missed 30 out of 39 Monday night. They're a great shooting team. Tonight, Minnesota only made 4 as a team. Like, where do you kind of evaluate how well you're defending based off of the final result, I guess? Defending the 3 specifically.
Yeah, I think against Boston a couple of nights ago, we did a good job of scrambling and rotating because we blitzed, you know, Tatum a lot. But then we closed out short, and we stopped short. Like, we were there, like, instead of getting the guy off the line, we let him size us up and take him like 5 or 6 threes, which we could have eliminated. Tonight, just knowing like who you're playing, and if you want to be a protect the paint first team, you know, depends on who you're playing. And I thought tonight, you know, we did a good job of just trying to recognize shooters and trying to get those guys off the line, but, you know, trying to get a contest every single night. So sometimes when we hear like guys are shooting 25% from 3, we forget to finish the defensive possession where we get a closeout with a contest. We kind of like let guys stare and shoot the basketball. So we got to get better with that. And so it all depends on the team you're playing. If teams are generating threes or if they're a paint team. And so it all depends on how the game's going. And I don't know if I answered everybody, but I